Now then, here we are, me and the mutt out on a beautiful sunny day. But it is cold. You can see down here, this is just complete ice. And when I set off from the car, it was -2. So the summit temperature tonight is going to be a hell of a lot less than that. It did say that it's going to be -5 tonight with a wind chill of -11. But you just never know. So just overkill is always the best way. Just make sure you've got all the kit just to keep you safe and sound up on these motops. We've set off from Glenriddin. It's probably 11 o'clock now, and we are heading for the summit of Helvellyn. We're going to go up Striding Edge today, which is just my favourite walk really. Camp on the top, and then on the way back down we'll go down Squirrel Edge, and probably for a nice breakfast to warm me up in the morning. Beautiful day for it though. Sunshine, a nice cool breeze, but the hat is coming on soon just to make sure my ears keep warm. Even though it's cold, you still get very hot walking up somewhere like this. So I'm shedding the layer straight away. Gloves will go back on though, because I can feel it. I might put a hat on in a minute as well, because those ears are just starting to get a bit stingy. Right, let's bash on. Yeah dear, climb every mountain twice. I'm getting a sweat on now as well. What I don't want to do is get too damp in my clothing, because if that happens and you're on top, got a good chance it's going to freeze, which can be a nightmare if you need the clothes for sleeping in, which really this long sleeve here I do. Oh, that sunshine is well appreciated, because it is hard work going up here, and just have that bright freshness on my face is just lovely. Yeah, it's a tough one. The first section from Glenriddin up towards the hole in the wall is just long and steep all the way. And for me, it doesn't really start getting that exciting until we get onto Striding Edge, and that's just awesome. I love it every single time. Although, when you stop and take a look back, yeah, it's just beautiful. What a day. I can just hear my heart beating, and that's about it. But heck, it's a cracking day. Look at that, down to Hull's Water there. Stunning view. Got Glenriddin just in the bottom there, and then these beautiful mountains all the way around. And that casting the shadow down into the valley there is St Sunday Crag. That's quite a nice walk over the top of that one. It is nice to be out, isn't it? Ah. Completely loving life on days like today. Come on. And there we have it, the mighty Helvellyn, and I can see a few people on top, so it must be passable to get up there. I have brought some micro spikes just to make sure that I'm not going to be slipping on any sort of ice. And Cat's Cam, that little point there, that always looks awesome. It just sits in the middle of it all, so it's quite a nice one to stand on top of. You get a really good view, 360 all the way around. Awesome, eh? Just awesome. Well, as soon as we get into the shade, the temperature definitely drops. So it's time for me just to put my hat on, I think. Oh, there we go, a bit more sunshine. Just to warm those ears back up. But we best get it on anyway, I think. I always keep it close to hand. Just stick it in a little pocket that I can get hold of it quickly. Then you can take it off again quickly. Anyway, let's see if I can do this. There we have it, and off we go. Get on then. Wow, take a look at that. What a view. And this is sort of the start of Striding Edge, really. There's a little bit there you can sort of do, but I've sort of skirted around the outside, just a little bit safer. But we're heading straight up there and then along the ridge to the top, hopefully. We'll see what the conditions are like. But underfoot, it's not too bad, it doesn't seem too slippy. Obviously there's a little bit of ice here and there, but we just have to take our time and be careful. Just beautiful though, what a day. What an absolutely fantastic day. Yeah. Anyway, let's get ourselves up this one first. Look at all this, looks amazing. Just that wind-swept ice build-up, absolutely beautiful. Come on, Blue, come on. Good boy. Oh, wow. Look at this. Striding Edge. What a wonderful sight that is. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is put my layer back on to keep myself warm. I don't want to be getting cold up here at all. Oh, just on top of the world, eh? Just incredible. Yep. You ready, Bluey? Right, let's go. Hey, Blue, come on. Fine. There's a few little sections you've got to sort of climb down, you've got to be a bit careful on. And obviously having this little bit of sort of snow cover, the odd bit is slippy, so just double checking every time I put my foot down. And you keep coming to bits and you've got to reassess the direction you're going to go. Just try to find the best route possible. Slow and steady. He's already made it down. There's a bit of a breeze coming through and it's not very strong, but bloody hell, it's bitter. It's really chilly. So I just need to be mindful of that and not sort of stay out exposed for too long. Slow and steady, climbing down these stairs and then on to the next ridge section. It is airspeed out here, just ace. Look at that, red town in the bottom. Camped down there a few times. Catstead Cam, camped up there, and obviously we are heading to Helvellyn and I have camped up there as well a few times. So yes, definitely one of my playgrounds. And I love it, absolutely love it. Go on, get on. Slow and steady. You can see it's definitely not a place to make a mistake. this isn't a bad way to fall off. If you were to fall, at least you've got a bit of soft landing. Roll down into town. But there are a few sections that you do not want to be slipping on. On this south side, it's actually fairly warm, but as soon as you get over onto the northern side, it's bitter because the wind is just coming through from the north and it's bloody cold. These are the sections you've got to be a bit more careful on as you come towards the end of Striding Edge, just because you've got a hell of a long fall down there. That's all the way along there. Oh, it's lovely getting out of that wind from that side. Almost warm here. Slowly does it, nice and steady. So we're just at the chimney section at the end before we have to ascend up to the summit that way, and this is quite tricky really, just got to be a bit careful. So I'm going to get myself in a position where I'm happy and safe, and then I'll get the dog down to me. But he has actually been down here several times just without my help, so look, he's just waiting for me now. Wait a sec, Blue. Alright, come on. Stand. Good boy. Let me get down another bit. Some really good handholds though, that you can really hang off, which does help. Come on then, Blue. Stand. Stand, stay there. Let me just turn round again. There's a good lad, eh? Good boy. My boy, eh? Right, Blue, you ready? Come on then. Just like that. He does not mess about. Just keeps that momentum going and flies down. Right, from here then, the ascent, steep up there. Looks awesome though with that snow on it. If you just bring it this way, there is Red Tarn. Awesome. Right, let's get on then. Good boy. Alright, stand. Climb, climb. Right, stand. Wait there. Not quite that easy for me. Place. Looking back at Striding Edge, yeah, that gets a big fat thumbs up from me. I love it. As you can tell though, it's not a place to be messing about. You've got to be a bit careful. Make sure you're sure-footed if you're coming this way, and that you are confident. Because as soon as you lose your confidence, you start really struggling. That's when things can get dangerous rather quickly. We made it up all the way along Striding Edge and then up this steep section just to the top plateau, and then from here it's not far just to get to the summit. Look at this. Definitely some moisture in the air, freezing as it passes some of these objects.
Not particularly. I felt like I was just kicking the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, I was able to give you gloves and all that kind of stuff. It is ace. Really good to know.
These guys are just up here doing a bit of training for a trip to the Cairngorms later in the winter. So they're just gonna do some practice with the crampons and ice axes and a bit of belaying. Not a bad place to do it, and not a bad day to do it either. Right, let's get these down bottoms on first. They're pretty good these because they've got full zip, so you can actually slip them over your boots. Ah, let's sit down. Jacket on with it. Hey Blue Dog, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Hey, should put your jacket on as well. Let's get you nice and warm. Let's pop this on for you, dog, eh? Good lad. I'm just boiling some water up and I'm going to make myself a nice late lunch. This is the vegetable hot pot. Apparently it doesn't taste very nice, but I will be the judge of that. But I'm not too worried because it's all about just having something nice and warm just to make me feel good up on top of this mountain. It's actually not too bad, that. Great little snack for lunch. Warming me up. What a fantastic day though. Just look at the clouds over there. Just that hazy sunshine just highlighting all the different mountain sets. Beautiful, eh? Just beautiful. What a place. Cannot beat this. What an amazing place. Here we are then, at the trig point, 949 metres above sea level. The summit of Helvellyn, and what a fantastic place it is. And just look at that sunshine. We've probably got about maybe an hour and a half left of light, so in that time I need to get my tent up, so I'm going to be nice and safe up here sleeping out in this bitter cold weather. It is really chilly, so I'm very glad tonight that I have got this jacket on here and I've got my down bottoms as well, which will keep me warm late into the night. And then obviously I'm going to be in my down sleeping bag, which will keep me warm too. So as soon as I'm in my sleeping bag, I will transfer this over to Blue so he can have this jacket over him. Drop. going to leave the cross shelter now and go find a place to pitch the tent just down from the summit on the plateau section, which is a little bit more grassy than up there. And as you can see, the sun is almost down, so give it an hour and it will be pitch black. Although it's quite a clear sky and we've had pretty much a full moon, so it actually might still be quite bright all evening, especially with this snow to bounce a bit of light around. This is my favourite bit though, getting to a point where I can put my tent up and get everything in and just get cosy. Well, this looks as good a place as any. Sunrise in the morning should be over there, so it will be perfect. Don't get much better, does it? Right, let's sort this tent out. Look at that, it is pitched to perfection. She sat so beautifully on this ground, and it did take a hell of a lot to get the pegs in, and without using a rock as a hammer, this rock here, there wouldn't have been a chance I'd have got the pegs in. So just be aware of that. When the ground is frozen, you are going to struggle to pitch a tent just getting those pegs into the ground. Luckily for me, there's loads of rocks around, so it wasn't a problem. But if it was a foot or 2 foot of snow over the top of this, I wouldn't have found a rock. So yeah, it might be worth considering bringing an ice axe with a hammer end on it just for doing the tent pegs. So anyway, let's get all the gear inside and sorted, and then once it's all done, I am going to come back out and just sit out in this beautiful sunset. Look at that. This little castellation of clouds forming that nice yellow behind it. I'm sure the camera's not really picking it up like I am seeing it, but anyway, it is a lovely day. Let's bash on. We're blessed this evening because on one side we have got the sun that is just on its way down, just putting a bit of colour in the sky, and if I turn you around, we have got a real nice bright big orange moon coming up as well. So that is going to give us plenty of light up here all evening, so hopefully I'll be able to sort of sit out a little bit later on and just enjoy the feeling of being up here. Yeah, it ain't too bad, is it? It is not too bad at all. For dinner we have chicken, sausage and beans, a couple of years out of date, and just some pasta just to add with it. think that is ready. Turn that gas off. Turn this off. And then let's have a taste. Oh, that is good. It's hot, but just nice on your hands, definitely. I always sort of sit my pot on my lap so I can feel it through my legs and obviously in my hands as well. But let's have a taste. Chicken, sausage and beans with pasta. Yeah, spot on is that. Absolutely spot on a very cold mountain. Yes, right, I'm going to sit back and just enjoy it. Well, it's been a good day. Getting outside for an adventure, a long striding edge in sub-zero temperatures. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and the weather has just been perfect. Just been able to see for miles with that lovely sunshine, and when I got to the summit it was just really nice to sort of look over all the other mountains that just go off into the distance. The weather has changed though. It's sort of clagged in at the minute and it's sort of a bit intermittent, so it's sort of sweeping through and then it clears a little and then it sweeps through again. But it has made the moon look fantastic. There's been like the rainbow rings round the moon just because of the moisture in the air, and I've taken a few photos, but it really does look beautiful. And I've been outside for the last hour just watching that really, and the fact that I'm in my down bottoms and I've got my down jacket which I've laid over the dog. He's currently wrapped up with a foil blanket and then my down jacket over the top of that, so he's very comfortable. But I can stand outside in these sort of sub-zero temperatures in that gear and just feel very warm indeed. So it's actually a game changer really when you've got some decent kit like that. Anyway, it is time really. That's freezing. Some lumps of ice in there. I think I'm gonna have to put that in my sleeping bag so I've got some water for morning. So I think it'll be solid by morning, that, if I trust the bottle. It might have to go under my mat. It's another way of just sort of stopping it freezing. Anyway, it is time to get to bed. I'm happy, the dog's happy, and yeah, it's been a good day and I look forward to tomorrow because I do not know what tomorrow's going to bring, and that always excites me. Okay then, I'm going to lay this lug. We'll see you in the morning. Morning flowers. Well, that was actually quite a comfortable night. I was expecting 20-mile-per-hour winds all evening as the forecast predicted, but I think it was probably between 5 and 10 miles an hour and just a sort of constant flow. You can see this tent just gently moving, but that was about it. I was warm enough, the dog seemed warm enough. Every time I sort of woke up I was just double check him and put my hand on and make sure that he's totally fine. And yeah, probably slept for a good solid 8 hours really, barring just a few times that I woke up. I've heard a few flurries of snow coming through, so it's going to be interesting to get outside and see what's going on there. So we just have to pack everything up, get ourselves sorted, and then get back down Swirl Edge to some warmth, some much needed warmth. What a morning, look at that. Just incredible. That is as good as you get for a morning wake up. Just wow. Oh my god, I just love this. I love this game. Getting out while camping and waking up to this. Also, my Bluey, what do you want? You want to play fetch? Ain't got anything. He's a good boy. Come on. Well, as much as we would love to stay and play all day, we have got to put the tent away. So I'm not going to mess about. I'll literally just give it a shake off and shove it in my bag, and then I'll sort it all out when I get home. Look at that though, what an amazing place to be. And the dog just loves the snow, absolutely loves it. Anyway, let's get on with this tent. Well, that took some effort putting that tent away, all that ice that was attached to everything. So I'll give it a good brush off and shove it in my bag, and we are done. All ready to go. Leave no trace as always. We've just left a couple of melty patches where we were laid, and that is it. What a night though. Blue is ready to go for definite because he just loves playing in the snow. You can tell just by a couple of the little shots I've given you there, but what a dog, he honestly just loves it. The sun is just trying to come through, and every single time the cloud just drops that little bit, it forms rainbow rings all the way around it, which is just beautiful to watch. So I've been sort of taking a moment here and there, just appreciating that. Very similar to the moon last night, really. Anyway, from this white barren landscape, me and the dog need to skedaddle off into the white. valley keeps opening up and showing some of these mountains. Wow, just wow. Look at that. Good lad. We've just started descending down Swirl Edge, and I thought it was going to be a bit slippier, but so far it's actually been okay, so I've not put my spikes on yet. If I feel I need to at any point, I will do. But just all the way, they've got this sun just with this pouring. You can just see this cloud pouring off that edge and down into the valley bottom there. Yeah, just amazing. And if I turn you around, you can just see there's cloud inversion all the way around there. We've got cloud pouring off these hills and dropping down into the valley. Yes, just yes, what a day to be out. Anyway, let's continue our journey back down Swirl Edge. Come on then. Oh wow, out of the shade and into the sunshine. So that is the hardest part of Swirl Edge done. I'll just come down here, should be able to see back up there. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of steps to sort of come down and climb around. Definitely a tough one, and not dissimilar to over there being Striding Edge. And I can just see a couple of people walking along there. Wow, just wow. That has got to be in my top 10 days of my life, or 24 hours of my life. Just incredible, what an adventure, and just what a place to be. I mean, look, sat here under the summit there of Helvellyn, just breathing. That's what it's about, breathing. Anyway, if you have liked this video, please give it one of those. Comment, I get back to pretty much everyone's comment going. It's not often many slip through the net. And if you'd like to contribute towards the channel so I can keep making these videos, then please buy me a coffee in the Buy Me a Coffee link, or you can join the Patreon community, join me on Instagram, and just enjoy life as much as you can. That's all it's all about. So yeah, you guys always inspire me. The messages you send telling me what I've done for you by pushing you out of the door with my enthusiasm and all that. It just makes me inspired to carry on making these videos. So with a bit of your help as well, then I will continue to do so. Anyway, from me and the beautiful Blue. Hey Bluey, ready? We'll see you another time. Take care.